Friends, welcome to our channel, where we reveal the hidden secrets of old coins, the ones that aren't always visible to the naked eye. Have you ever wondered if that coin sitting in your pocket or drawer for years could actually be a hidden treasure? Yes, that's exactly what makes this topic so exciting for collectors and coin lovers alike. In today's video, we'll be talking about the 1981 dollar coin. At first glance, it may seem like an ordinary coin, but behind it lies a rich history, a remarkable design, and rare minting errors that have turned some of these coins into pieces worth hundreds, even thousands of dollars. So make sure you watch this video till the end, because we'll take you step by step through the history of this coin, the unique details of its design, the mint marks and different versions, the fascinating errors that can skyrocket its value, and finally, the real market value of this coin today. Let's start by talking about the history of this coin. The journey of the $1 coin in the United States is a fascinating story. In the beginning, these coins were large in size, and people rarely used them in everyday transactions because they felt heavy and inconvenient. In 1971, the US introduced a brand new dollar coin called the Eisenhower Dollar. It was created in honor of President Dwight D. Eisenhower, who was not only a hero of World War II but also the 34th President of the United States. From 1971 to 1978, Eisenhower dollars were issued. These coins were big and heavy, about 38 millimeters in diameter and weighing 22.68 grams. While the general public found them impractical for daily use, collectors found them highly interesting. Then, in 1979, another $1 coin was introduced, the Susan B. Anthony dollar. This coin was smaller and easier to carry. However, it didn't gain much popularity because it looked too similar to a quarter, 25-cent piece, which confused many people. Now let's come to 1980. By this time, production of the Eisenhower dollar had already ended, and the Susan B. Anthony dollar was the primary dollar coin in circulation. Still, the 1980 $1 coin holds special significance for collectors because of certain proof versions and mint marks that made it stand out in US coin history. This background helps us understand that the 1980 $1 coin isn't just a piece of metal. It represents a period when the United States was experimenting with new dollar coins, while the public was still adjusting to the change. Friends, now let's take a closer look at the design and details of the 1980 $1 coin. On the obverse side, you'll see a portrait of Dwight D. Eisenhower, the 34th President of the United States. This portrait was designed by Frank Gasparo, who was the chief engraver of the U.S. Mint at that time. Eisenhower's facial features are carefully detailed, making this coin feel like more than just money. It's truly a tribute to a historic figure. Around the obverse are the inscriptions: Liberty, the year 1980, and the national motto, "In God We Trust." These inscriptions appear on every U.S. coin, carrying deep meaning and importance in American history and culture. Now let's turn to the reverse side of the coin. Here, you'll find a powerful image, an eagle landing on the moon, holding an olive branch in its talons, with the Earth visible in the background. This design was inspired by the Apollo 11 mission, when mankind first set foot on the moon. The purpose of this imagery was to symbolize America's strength, progress, and its desire for peace. The eagle is the national symbol of the United States, while the olive branch represents peace. Together, they send a clear message: America stands with both power and peace. Now let's talk about the size and composition of the coin. The diameter is about 38.1 millimeters, and the weight is 22.68 grams. It was primarily made of a copper-nickel clad composition, with a layer of nickel on the outside and a copper core inside. This gave the coin both strength and a bright, silvery appearance. Another important detail is the mint marks. The 1980 $1 coins were struck at different mints, and each mint placed its own mark on the coin. P for the Philadelphia Mint, D for the Denver Mint, S for the San Francisco Mint. The Philadelphia coins were mostly released for everyday circulation, while coins from Denver and San Francisco also included special proof versions. These small mint marks are what often determine a coin's true value. Collectors pay very close attention to them, because sometimes the price of the same year's coin can increase several times, just because of a different mint mark. So, this was the part of the design and details that makes the 1980 $1 coin more than just a piece of metal. It stands as a historic and cultural symbol. Friends, now let's talk about the most important part of the 1980 $1 coin: its mint marks and varieties. As you know, every US coin isn't struck in just one place. Instead, Coins are produced at different mints, and each mint leaves its own small mark called a mint mark on the coin. This tiny detail tells us where the coin was made and often determines how valuable it might be to collectors. The 1981 dollar coin was struck at 3 different mints. 1. Philadelphia Mint P. These coins were released into circulation in the largest numbers. Philadelphia coins carry the mint mark P. Normally, they aren't considered highly valuable, but if you find one in uncirculated or pristine condition, its value can rise several times higher than face value. 2. Denver Mint D. Coins from Denver feature the mint mark D. These were also made for circulation, but a few came out with minor printing or striking errors. Such errors can sometimes turn a regular dollar coin into something worth anywhere from $50 to several $100s. 3. San Francisco Mint S. San Francisco is famous for producing proof coins. In 1980, most of the coins struck here were included in proof sets. Proof coins are always more valuable because they're specially made with a mirror-like finish and preserved for collectors. A perfect condition, S mint proof coin can sell in today's market for $20 to $100, and if it carries any kind of error, the value can climb even higher. Now let's talk about the different varieties of the 1981 dollar coin. They can generally be divided into 3 major categories. Circulated coins. These are coins that were used in everyday transactions. They usually show scratches and wear. Their value is often only $1 or $2, but if they have a rare mint mark or an error, they can become far more valuable. Uncirculated coins. These coins never entered circulation. They remain in mint-fresh condition, exactly as they were struck. Collectors are willing to pay a premium for these, often between $10 and $50. Proof coins, the most special variety, struck with great care using high-quality presses. Their surfaces are mirror-like and details are razor-sharp. These were sold in collector sets. Today, if found sealed or in a top grade, proof coins can fetch $100 or more. All these mint marks and varieties are what make the 1981 dollar coin so fascinating for collectors. And that's exactly what drives value. A regular Philadelphia circulation coin might only be worth $1, but a San Francisco proof coin or an error coin from Denver could be worth hundreds of dollars. Friends, now let's move on to one of the most fascinating aspects of this coin, the world of errors and rare varieties. Sometimes during minting, even a tiny technical mistake or a slight shift in the machinery can turn an ordinary coin into a treasure worth thousands of dollars. The 1981 dollar coin also has some very interesting examples of this. Double die errors. This is one of the most famous and valuable errors. Here, the letters or numbers appear doubled. For example, the word Liberty or the year 1980 may show a slight doubling effect. It may be hard to spot with the naked eye, but under magnification it becomes clear. If such a coin is found in uncirculated condition, it can sell for anywhere between $200 and $500. Off-center strikes. Sometimes the design isn't struck exactly in the center. For example, Eisenhower's portrait might shift slightly to one side, or the eagle on the reverse could be pushed toward the edge. The more dramatic the misalignment, the higher the value. A 10 to 20% off-center strike might sell for a few dozen dollars, but if half the design is missing, the price could reach into the hundreds. Misprinted mint marks. At times, the mint marks P, D, or S don't strike correctly. They may appear faint, doubled, or partially cut off. Collectors love these because they are very rare in circulation. Even a small flaw like this can raise a coin's value to $100, $300. Blank planchette errors. This rare error occurs when a blank metal disc is struck without receiving a design. If you happen to come across a 1980 blank planchette $1 coin, it could easily be worth several $100s. Struck through errors. During minting, grease, dust, or a small object can get caught between the die and the coin. This causes part of the design to be missing. Such coins are called struck through errors, and they're often valued several times higher than normal coins. Rare proof varieties. Even among the 1980 San Francisco proof coins, microscopic differences can be found. For example, a slightly different finish or faint shadowing on the lettering. Expert collectors quickly notice these details, and such coins often fetch impressive prices at auctions. Market value examples. A regular 1980p mint circulation coin usually sells for just $1 $2. A double die error coin can bring $200 $500. Off-center strike coins may start at around $100 and climb to $1,000 or more. A high-grade mint-proof coin can be worth $50, $150. A rare blank planchette or struck through error could easily exceed $500. Friends, these are the details that excite collectors the most, because a coin that seems like just $1 to someone else might actually be a hidden treasure to the right collector. Friends, if you also have a 1981 dollar or any other rare coin, do share it in the comments. Who knows, our next video might be on the very coin you mentioned. And don't forget to subscribe to USA Old Coins.